So why are you bored with your life? When you click this video, I think you might have some you felt some sort of boredom in your life and you're wondering why is your life so boring. This is the same way I felt with my life too. And to be honest, I think that's natural, right? Because life isn't always gonna be sunshine and rainbows. When there's up, there's always a down. So yeah. But I think I've tried to journal down and try to contemplate about why I felt such burden. And I think I've found a couple of reasons why. So the first reason basically it can be you know, you might be suffering from dopamine overstimulation. So we get dopamine from many sources, right? It can be like reading a book, you are eating food, you are going out for a walk in a park. So those are very natural and I would say healthy sources of dopamine. But however, in the modern society, like there is a of course there is the advancement in like social media, right? So you can get more sources of dopamine from things like Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, things like that. And what makes it even worse is that right now at this day and age, there is a trend that is going on towards a more like short videos, highly edited and filled with dopamine package. And then because they are bite sized, they are shareable, they are very, very like user retention friendly. This is why I think quite a lot of people are suffering from like dopamine overstimulation, or even like they got their attention fried because they are always consuming this short form content, but they don't just consume like two or three, or then they consume like up to 10, 20, and they can just spend 1 to 2 hours just looking at these like short form videos. Why it may seems like I'm speaking from experience, which I am, because just yesterday I think I have spent at least maybe 2 hours on YouTube Shorts alone. Like that is a good 2 hours I can be spending. I could just take a nap with that 2 hours, or I could just go out with a walk on a walk. There's so much better things to do with that 2 hours just watching YouTube Shorts. You know, because if you think about it, YouTube Shorts most of the time they are not really very like they're just like at most 30 seconds video, and they are not really the most reliable sources of information, or they are not really packed with information and knowledge that you might require. So yeah, so YouTube Shop is my problem. Your problem might be Instagram or TikTok. But personally, I just recently deleted Instagram because I don't really use it much. And yeah, I just don't really have much emotional connection towards Instagram. But it can come with some of a problem whereby like sometimes you meet somebody new and then they ask for Instagram and you'll be like, I don't use it, or I don't have it. And I think there there needs to be more people, and there needs to be like a norm whereby it's okay to say that you don't have an Instagram, and people will be like, okay, fine, like whatever. Let's add each other on WhatsApp or Telegram or some shit. Like I don't think you need to have social media in order to survive or like fit in into the real world. It doesn't really work like that. And I have never used TikTok before because I never downloaded the app before. I only see TikTok that is sent by my friends. So yeah. Okay, moving on. You might have a lack of purpose or goal. I think most men are quite purpose or goal driven. So for me personally, wherever I have a day or like a week where I had no purpose or no sort of goal to go with, I would basically just waste the entire day or week away, because I would, you know, when we don't have anything planned for the day, we are just going to do something that we are comfortable with, or something that is filled with the most dopamine. So it can be like jacking off whole day. Okay, maybe not whole day, but half a day, 3 hours. Jacking off. You can be playing video games. You can be watching, YouTube shorts the whole. You can just lie on the bed whole day and just watch this social media content. I think it's really very important to have a specific goal or a specific purpose. It's okay if you don't really have a purpose right now, as I don't think I have a very, very specific purpose, but I do have a specific goal in like improving the way I talk and my speech and communication, which is why I try to like take these unfiltered, uncut, unedited videos, because I would really like to just push this video out as much as I can, and then at the end of like maybe 50 to 100 videos I can see the progress that I made. So yeah, if you don't have a specific purpose, I think it's good that you can just set goals for yourself. It can be fitness goals, it can be a goal to improve a specific skill set like me. And yeah, maybe by pursuing such goals, you can slowly and surely find your purpose. And lastly, it will be to step out of your routine or comfort zone. So my routine or comfort zone can be like, your routine can easily be something like your school, your work, or things like that. So I always believe that, like, this is my own quote. I don't know if there's anyone really saying this, but the way you use your freedom determines how successful you will be. So I've always thrown this quote around, but being a dumbass like I am, I never actually gotten to do any actual work with it. So yeah, I'm basically still a Jeffrey as I am. But however, but I think I'm still grateful for the fact that I have taken up the courage. I've stepped out of my comfort zone to actually do this unedited and unscripted and unfiltered sort of video that, you know even though it will show a lot of my shortcomings, like the way I started, the way I get stuck on words. But I think it's also important for my own insecurity, and also for those people that might be suffering from the same like symptoms of like stuttering or whatever. Like those of you that is not confident with your own voice, that's not confident with your own the way you speak. I think all the more you should like speak more and express yourself more, so that maybe one day I can look back and see and just look at how far you have come, or how far I've come. So yeah, and also if you cannot even do the work, if you cannot even sort of get some time out of your like daily work, right, to like do the things that you really want to improve, or your side business or whatever, then you might not even have the discipline to do them. What am I about to say? So yeah, so you should not only depend on your work or your study to do the work that you want to do. Usually it will be best if you can have your own self-directed work, as that is like the main skill I think most entrepreneur or businessmen need to have, because in school, right, we are all sort of, you know, the teachers will set the parameters, they'll give you the deadline, you just need to follow instructions and you do the work. And that is why most people say that school is raising employees, which is kind of true. So if you want to be an entrepreneur, you want to be a boss, you want to be a YouTuber, you want to be a freelancer, you need to actually think for yourself and set goals and set tasks for you to work towards them by your own, like, you need to be self-directed, yeah. So to those of you that want to be self-directed, I think success is just a few failures away. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.